Last time on Dice Farm.
The last Lord Erlin came to this school and was gone in a little more than 2 months. Ulick's been here for 2 months.
Anne pulls out some arrows from her backpack and some of her clothes she has in there. She starts tearing strips off of them to wrap around the heads of the arrows to make fire arrows.
There is a supply entrance into the school.
We wait until dark, then we check out the service entrance and see what we can do from there.
Gillett, what happened to the eye patch man?
Do you mean Callum?
Operation Assassinate Willy Wonka.
The goblin turns out to be in charge of all this. I'm gonna be really surprised.
Dear Avandra, it's me, Anne. Sorry about those people we murdered in Stone Root.
I don't pray, but Rinaldo does like a provocative dance, which is his pre-fight ritual.
Anne takes her mace and smashes the door handle.
You slowly open the door. There's a dim, cold kind of blue light.
Hello, I'm Austin Yorsky. I play Anne, the halfling cleric.
I'm Leon. I play Rinaldo, a level 3 human fighter.
I'm Jess, and I play Jayne, a human druid who is also level 3.
I'm Johnny. I play piano, but also sometimes the dungeon master.
Guys,
Yeah.
do you think a purple worm is smarter than Anne? To be clear, this isn't like a earthworm that happens to be purple. The purple worm, in D&D terms, is just straight up the worm from Dune.
Oh.
Just intellectual property theft.
I would say that it is smarter than Anne, because if I'm remembering what little I know about Dune, and it is very, very little, it's like a mount, so it like listens to someone. So I'm going to say that it's smarter than Anne, because Anne doesn't listen.
I would agree with that.
Are you sure it's the worm from Dune ripoff, or is it the worm from Beetlejuice ripoff?
I'm pretty sure that it was introduced before Beetlejuice was a thing.
Right, I know. I'm just saying that, like, when someone decides to sit down and say, "What are we going to rip off?" and someone says a big worm, it's like, what are the big worms we can rip off? I don't know. Well, all right. So those are our guesses.
Johnny?
Chocolate.
Johnny refuses.
You okay, Johnny?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a little tired tonight.
Oh, me too. But you have to tell me if you think a worm is smarter than Anne.
Of course the worm is smarter than Anne.
I burned you guys 2 weeks in a row. Purple worm has an intelligence of 1.
I feel like then it's not a ripoff of the worm from Dune.
Too bad.
It's like some sort of dumb worm.
It is like a 50-foot long, huge, burrowing sandworm that hunts by like ground vibration location.
Oh.
And it looks exactly like the one from the movie in the Monster Manual. So I'm pretty confident in saying that if it was not originally a ripoff, it became an homage over time.
Okay.
But it has an intelligence of 1.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
So it's more like a graboid.
It's a little trimmery.
All
It doesn't have the mouth tentacle things, but
Oh well, then I'm out. It has to have mouth tentacles and Kevin Bacon, or else it's not a graboid. All right.
Well, yeah.
it has to have mouth tentacles. One of my favorite sentences from Leon over the years.
Yep. All right. We want to do this thing. The thing.
Yeah.
What we do.
Here's what let's do.
Yeah.
Here's what let's do.
Here's what let's do. And this is a story all about how our lives got turned upside down.
You need to stop right now.
Are we gonna die?
I feel like it.
The episode starts. There's a haunting blue light. We kick the door in, and we're all incinerated.
No, we did not kick the door in. I gently inched my way into the blue room.
Is that what you did?
Yeah. I feel like I carefully explained to Johnny that I'm poking my head in and like easing in like a ninja
in slow, torturous detail.
Yeah, like nobody's bursting in anywhere except Anne with the door earlier.
Okay, well, before we actually get into it, do we have any program notes?
I feel like I've said all the things so far. Everyone should be on that iTunes tip. Everybody should be like reading our Twitters and whatnot. If you guys aren't on that shit, you got to get your game up, because I'm just gonna have to say it every week then, and no one wants to hear that malarkey.
That's true. You're right.
Johnny, hit us with your rhythm stick.
All right, leaving the floor open for any declarations.
Hands.
I'm gonna cut this out.
I would really like to know if we've actually,
Fucked ourselves?
Yeah. I was gonna put it a little bit more succinctly than that, but since you, beat the nail right into the head...
I mean, even if we have fucked ourselves, like, we can always just run away, like Monty Python.
Yeah.
That is true, we could always do that. Granted that we have a means of escape, but yes.
You are our means of escape. You are our furry little getaway car.
I love that all I am to you is a furry little getaway car.
Alright, so we're in the room. Set the scene for us, Johnny. Take us away to a magical land.
Our intrepid trio, accompanied by Mayor Gillett of the town of Rotswald, have decided to conduct a late-night raid on the Pikmin Academy, breaking in through cunning use of a lockpick shaped very much like Anne's mace. The trio managed to get into the service entrance for the kitchen, and snuck their way through the dining room into the main hall, and have made their way to Headmaster Lonigan's office. The door, unlocked, opened very slowly to reveal a sliver of blue light, and just as we join them, Rinaldo is attempting to quietly enter the room to discover what the source of the blue light is.
I move very, very closely to the blue light. Like tiptoe, like in a really Bugs Bunny kind of way.
At this point, Anne's gonna light her arrow with sacred flame, so now she has like a little torch.
I whisper to Anne, do the butt touch so that I can, like, whatever is about to happen, I'm better at whatever I'm about to do.
You don't have to tell her twice.
Okay. Here, let me see.
1.
Okay.
Please touch my butt. Like, that's literally what you're asking.
Well, look, she's down with it, so it's not creepy to ask.
Y'all down with the sickness?
I'm down with the butt touch. Okay, so the butt touch has happened, and I get +1 to whatever it is I'm gonna do. If I do anything. Okay.
Rinaldo does nothing ever again.
The door creakily begins to open, and you all see the blue light widen on the floor. And Rinaldo pokes his head around the door jamb to reveal that it's actually just the moon casting light through a tinted window in the back of the empty headmaster's office.
It's coming right for us. Open fire.
The call is coming from inside the moon, everyone. All right.
I knew the moon was behind this.
See, I in my head, I know Johnny didn't say so, but in my head, when Johnny said we have a full moon last episode, I just assumed it was like regular moon and not blue. But I should have asked.
No, this is suddenly a Majora's Mask crossover.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a moon. Is there? Rinaldo looks around. Is there anyone else in the room besides our party, as best he can tell?
Nope, nothing at a glance.
Okay. Rinaldo goes to the desk and rifles through it to find evidence of what's going on.
Investigation check, mon frere.
And also money. Oh, okay, I can do a check. All right, investigation. I get +1 because of the thing, so I can do the thing. Okay.
The thing.
Usually I get nothing from investigation, because Rinaldo is only kind of smart. So, here. +1. 15. That's pretty solid, I'd say.
The desk drawers are locked when you get to it, but you successfully manage to jimmy them open using an ornate letter opener that's sitting on top of the desk. But as you ply through all the files in the folders, really you only seem to find stuff directly related to running the school. Lots of budget reports, meetings, like calendars and things like that. Nothing that's like, must have secret blood ritual or anything like that.
do I see our boy's name?
No.
No, I don't see him. Okay, all right. Well, that's primarily what I was looking for. Okay, so I consider that a success. I steal the letter opener,
Meanwhile, in real life, everything is fucking exploding.
Wait, what's exploding?
Wait, what's exploding?
I feel like 15 is not enough. I feel like we're going to be missing something.
Well, yeah, you can try.
Make a Wolfie perception check to see if you sniff any clues, Scooby.
Oh, that's true. I could do that.
Where's my equipment on my... Oh, here it is. Never mind.
How many episodes have we been playing this?
I'm sorry. It's way at the bottom. I forgot that I wrote down that I stole dirt. So I have dirt and ornate letter opener.
Ornate ruined letter opener. You really kind of you bent it out of shape, and it doesn't look so great anymore. Having Jimmy the drawer open with it.
Broken letter opener.
It's not broken. It's bent, and it looks pretty. Like you'd find it at a yard sale, and someone would be like, 5 cents.
Bent letter opener.
Direwolves get a +3 to perception and advantage on checks related to smell. So I would do that.
Smell these papers.
Okay, so basically...
Well, just to find smell clues. I guess specifically anything interesting like blood.
Is that on top of my already 3, or no?
Your perception is when the direwolf form is +3, so you do d20 +3, but you get advantage, which means you do it twice and take the higher.
Gotcha. Okay, that was not clear, so I kind of like, what? So 19, and then do I roll again?
Yeah, and only the higher one counts.
Okay, so 19.
You smelled a lot.
So I just want to double check here, Jess. What are you trying to do exactly?
I'm trying to see if, okay, so I'm gonna use my sense of smell to see, I don't really think I can smell evil, but I'm going to try to, at least smell who the last person in the room was, as well as see if I can, detect any kind of odor that seems out of the ordinary for a school.
Like maybe blood?
Austin, do you know if her cat form has perception abilities as well?
The cat form, I will double check right now.
Because you can certainly smell that somebody was in the room. I just don't know if you have a base.
Dice Funk, looking it up in books.
Gotcha.
Cats have exactly the same bonus, +3 perception and advantage on smell checks.
Okay, all right. So you do recognize the smell in the room as being Steisch and Lonigan, because you were in the room earlier as the cat. You got a sense of their smell then. Gotcha.
But nothing else out of the ordinary, not like anything like blood or...
You don't smell any blood, but there is there's a corner of the room that smells kind of damp.
All right, can she point that corner out to us and let's check that motherfucker for secret tunnels?
I mean, what corner of the room is it exactly?
It's a corner. It's behind the desk, over by the fireplace that occupies the sort of a side wall.
Secret tunnels.
All right, so I'm gonna try and point it out to them.
Okay.
So yeah, you scratch at it. Can I check for any switches or buttons? I guess, is there any bookcases around? Start pulling books off the shelves. Start pulling sconces.
Sconces is such a great word.
Oh! I 19'd it.
Leon 19'd it hard. I'm not gonna roll because I'm not gonna beat that. Anne stands around and watches him work. Just work that cute little butt.
Do I find anything?
You take a couple of steps forward and stand in front of the fireplace, kind of like chin in hand, going,
That is so Rinaldo.
Your hand goes out to touch something once, but then comes back to the chin. One more solemn, and then you kind of you nod your head. And then you reach forward, and there are ornate, sort of pastoral fruits decorations that are on either side of the mantle. Mm-hmm. You grab a single grape, and you turn it. The fireplace opens.
Sweet.
Congratulations, Leon. At last, you have found a secret passage!
Hell yeah!
Da 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 da.
Oh man, I found that grape hard.
What is it sweet? Is it as sweet as you hoped?
I'm not gonna eat it because it might be plastic. I feel like if it's attached to something, it almost certainly is not natural. So I'm not gonna eat the possibly not real grape. But I look in and see if I can see anything. Like, are there torches, or is there any way to see into the secret passage, or is it just dark?
It's dark, but you can see that there's kind of like a distant light. You can see essentially a stairwell leading down. And while it is immediately dark, you can see sort of light bouncing off a curve. So it looks as though there's light down there.
Okay, I'm going to start walking down there, and I motion for the others to follow me.
Yeah, Anne's gonna give her, Rinaldo another guidance because he used his last one, and then we're gonna go down those stairs.
All right.
A 1 again.
Yeah, better than none. All right, I walk down there.
The lower you descend down the stairwell, the more you become certain that you've finally answered a question that you've never really asked yourself: whether or not you'd miss the taste of unused air. An almost imperceptible dim light crawls up the stairwell beneath you, bringing nothing with it but cold gusts of heavy smells. Bracing yourselves against the walls during your descent in the narrow stairwell, it becomes slowly evident that the walls are carved with patterns. At first, shallowly, seemingly faint as if worn through the passage of time and other hands rubbing along them, but the deeper you go, the deeper they go. And it's not long before the gray stone, flickering in the brightening light, reveals a landing corridor covered in deep etchings and a clearly lit straight path ahead.
Okay. Are these etchings, like, do they look like a language, or are you saying there's etchings like there's just shit in the wall?
It's patterned. Like, obviously, it's not like, somebody just didn't go to town with a clay knife and just be like, la, 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 la.
Okay. I ask Anne if she can read it. Like, if it might be a language.
I assume no, or he would have told me, but I'll ask. Can anyone of us read it?
No. It's not
All
a
right.
language. It's not a language that any of you are familiar with.
Do any of them look as if they say Cthulhu Fatagan?
I just thought maybe it was abyssal. Alright, okay.
Although, if you wanted... Hold on, give me just a second here.
Oh, that's not good.
No, I mean, if you wanted, you guys could probably make arcana checks.
Oh, okay. Let me look.
Yeah, I mean, it couldn't hurt.
Oh, but I don't want to use up Anne's butt touch on it.
I'll literally just give you another one.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
It's free butt touches, Leon. I don't know what.
I'm sorry. I know. It sounds like a really good skill, so I keep forgetting. But I keep forgetting that it's like unlimited butt touching.
Yeah.
Yeah, 18. I mean, that's good. I don't know if that's going to do it, but I don't know. Oh wait a minute. It's +1, so it's 19. I'm sorry, 19.
Mm.
And I'll give you another one. That one's a 2. Yeah, I mean, it is a pretty good cantrip, but I mean, it's one of the few things clerics are it's kind of their wheelhouse, just support the other party members. So, like, we don't hit super hard, We don't have a great prowess in combat, so.
Okay.
Game balance.
Yeah.
19. How do you feel about them runes?
Is anybody else rolling, or is just Leon? Are we going with the 19?
I mean,
She wouldn't be able to communicate if they did mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's no point.
Just roll it. It's literally not going to harm anything.
+2. Okay. Nope.
And Austin?
Yeah, I'll do. 10.
All right. None of you can really glean anything. Leon, they look kind of familiar to you. You're sort of like, ooh, I've seen this shit before. But you cannot for the life of you remember where, why, or what any of it could be.
I feel like that's like whenever I see words in French, I can tell that it's French, but I have no idea what it says.
That's a pretty good analogy, actually. That's
okay.
More or less what it is. You're like, that's a language.
Right.
Except it's not a language. You're like, ooh, that does something.
Let me just look behind the curtain here for a second. I had to crit that, didn't I, in order to read it?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Okay. Oh, fine.
I ain't telling you.
I got
shit, son.
I got 19.
I love how he's like, yeah, no, I'm not, no.
All right. Let's get our butts down this hallway.
Yeah, what's directly in front of me now?
At the end of the hallway, you see a door that looks a little bit smaller than, like most other doors would. At first, you're sort of like, oh, that's kind of confusing. But then you're like, well, we are in a secret passage after all.
Oh, shit. These guys are going to be like one of the small races.
Gnomes. Fucking gnomes did it.
Oh my god, that'd be like, I'd hate everything if it was gnomes.
Wait. Goblins.
Maybe it's just like more halflings, and Anne's not going to be happy about that. Maybe they're going to be the halflings that worship the other god that Anne doesn't like.
If it's Yondala worshippers, bitches getting arrows.
Okay. I look at the door and I put my ear to it just to hear if there's anyone behind it.
All right.
Do I roll for perception?
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Do the thing. Oh.
I'm percepting that shit too. I got a 19. I'm on the percept train, and you get another guidance, Leon. 4.
Oh, this is the good guidance. I'm going to hang on to that guidance.
Mm-hmm. It only lasts for a minute.
God damn it.
That's why you gotta get it in
right.
when you can. How am I 19? What do I hear?
Austin, congratulations. You hear jack shit.
Good.
All right, well, I guess that either means that there's nothing behind the door, or there is, but you needed to crit it. So,
oh my god, I'm gonna friggin' do it because nobody apparently can.
What?
Figure out what the hell is behind the door.
It might literally be nothing, but...
I rolled a 19. Is the door locked? Because...
No.
Alright, let's open it.
Oh,
Go.
well then just let's open it.
Go. We're SWAT kicking it in. No.
Alright, I gently... I'm like creeping my way through this castle, or building, or whatever, so...
Creeping our way downtown, going slow.
I
Oh my god.
Carefully, and there was no reason for that, Austin. There was none.
There was every reason for that, Leon. Shut up and open the door.
I opened the door. Rinaldo
All right.
opens it.
So you push the slightly smaller door open, and the room revealed to you beyond appears to be some sort of laboratory. There's a number of arcane things, books, textbooks, diagrams, samples, stones, crystals, like vials full of blood, weird phials and flasks full of chemicals, burners and torches. It looks all very, almost archaeological. Like somebody works in this space, and it's disorderly and just almost like a mess. Staffs, knives.
Hey, is Gillett still with us, or did he leave at some point?
No, he's gone.
No, he bitched out like a little punk. And sees all... Anne sees all the science equipment and thinks to herself, see, I knew nothing good come from book learning.
I look around.
Says the cleric.
I look around for anything that might be related to why we're here, like to Yulik.
Oh, yeah, you can look for stuff. Can I just take all the knives? You said there were knives.
Yeah.
Okay, how many knives?
I'd probably say there's about a dozen knives.
Okay, I now have 12 knives.
Okay. I guess that's investigation, +4. So I'm just gonna investigate the hell out of this place while I still have the cantrip. And that's +4. And no. That's an 8.
Alright, I'm gonna give you another guidance, although you can't use it to double up on your investigation check, presumably. 1. Are there any books with any writing in Abyssal? She's gonna go from book to book, just basically looking for the language, not necessarily reading them.
You do not actually find any Abyssal text.
Alright, I'm gonna whisper to Rinaldo, like, maybe this is where they found the demons. Like they were digging, you know?
It could be. I look at the books now. Are they in like the common language? Am I able to read these?
Some of them are in common tongue, yeah.
Okay, I just look through. I try to look. Well, let me rephrase that. I grab the first common tongue book I see, and what is it titled?
The title of the book that you grab is called
101 Gnomish Recipes for Your Family.
Teleportation and the Transmutation of Matter.
Oh God. Okay. Well, that fits in with what I think is really going on here. So, all right.
Anne whispers, "Nerds."
Okay. I look around the room.
If it's possible for a wolf to chuckle, I actually chuckle.
All right.
I roll d20.
What do I add to that? Like, what's
I just want to roll d20. You're making
Chuckle
a chuckle
check.
attack.
4?
Okay, you make a noise, and Anne turns around and goes, "Bless you."
You failed your chuckle check.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
I look around the room for any other doors besides the one we walked through.
Incidentally, the door that you came through has shut now and is almost like completely indecipherable from the wall. Like it's.
Oh, wonderful.
You know where it is, but if you didn't know where it was, you'd never guess that it was there in the first place.
Okay.
But you do see that there are two doors that are 90 degrees to each other. One of them directly across from the secret passage that you open, and the other one off to its right.
Okay. I look at the blood vials before I go. Can I read? Are they labeled in any way?
No.
Okay, never mind. Okay, in that case, I look at my party and say, do we want to go the left one or the right one?
You are the point man. You're making every role-playing choice until we get out of here.
Okay, I want to go on the right one.
All right.
So that's what I'm going to do. And I go and check to see if it's locked.
It is not locked.
Okay, I carefully open.
All right. You open the door to reveal a hallway that extends out to the left and out to the right and has a slight curvature to it.
Oh my god, we're in a dungeon, guys. We are literally in a dungeon. There's going to be we have to remember which way to go because I'm not going to remember.
We're fucked.
Someone get graph paper.
I mean, I feel like we haven't made that many twists and turns.
I know, but I just feel like that's what's about to happen to me.
Man, I feel like we're gonna gain 3 levels in this dungeon, and we're literally just gonna know how to teleport by the end of this.
Do you want to check the other door before you go down the hallway?
Yeah. Before we go down there, I check the other door.
Okay, the other door is locked.
Okay. I look around the room for. Well, wait, I already did an investigation. I guess I can't.
Yeah, you want to try to use your ruined thingamajig?
Yeah, I do. I try to use my bent letter opener to unlock the door.
All right. Make that'll be security check.
I mean, I call for sleight of hand checks. Their security is not a separate thing.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, sleight of hand then. Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. I get no. Oh, well, I get a +1 because of the butt. Okay.
Because of the butt, yes. No.
Can that be the title?
I already named one of the episodes something after a butt.
You gotta keep it, mix it up.
Congratulations, Leon. You're now the proud owner of a broken letter opener.
Okay, I leave the letter opener behind because they don't know about fingerprints back then, so it doesn't matter. I just drop it. I'm like,
they have magic, you dumbass. All right, whatever.
Rinaldo doesn't think of that, and then he goes to the other door, and I take the right path. I want to just keep going right so that I remember where I'm going.
That's the secret. You gotta always put your hand on the right wall in the labyrinth.
Right.
Are we not going to try the door anymore? You didn't want to.
Well, I mean, I don't have anything else to. I mean, we could smash it open.
Are the knives I found suitable to lockpicking purposes?
They're more like sample knives. Like they look like they're used in more like analysis than actually anything tremendously hearty.
Are they like X-Acto knives?
One or two of them maybe resemble like an X-Acto knife or like a razor or something like that. But by and large, most of them look as though they're used to kind of like portion off samples from things that would need analysis, say.
They're autopsy knives.
So none of them are suitable?
They're not really like, if it was like, if you had like a paring knife or like a filleting knife or something like that, like, something like long and thin, but these are all pretty clumsy looking things that don't have any finesse to them, really.
Oh, like real quick, are there any quills? Because people were probably writing when they were doing science, right?
Yeah. There's some writing materials.
All right, I just want to make one just because it couldn't hurt.
All right.
I mean, I could, but be quiet. 18.
18. You snap that quill and get ink all over your hands.
I wipe it on Rinaldo's pants. Let's go.
I allow it. Rinaldo actually goes to the locked door because now he's mad because he's failing at something, and he says, "I'm gonna Rinaldo this," and then he smashes the door open with his Morning
I don't think that's
Star.
how that works. But sure.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna try to. I try to smash the door open with my Morning Star. I'm not sure what I roll for.
It's an attack roll.
It's just an attack roll? Okay.
Yeah.
So I roll to hit the thing that's standing right in front of me.
You roll to hit the door.
To get through it, yeah. It's not dodging you, but it does have durability.
That's fine.
Oh my god.
You got 13.
I have no idea how strong this door is, so I got a 13.
All right, Leon. That door ain't taking any shit from you.
All right, we fucked up. Let's go.
Yeah. Unless Jayne wants to bite the door open, we should probably just go down the
You know
hall.
what? We're already making door noises. Let me hit it too.
Go.
16.
All
That's
right. So where the beefy, handsome, sexy, tall gentleman fails, the short,
I have a -2 to strength.
the short one walks up and just both hands whacks it on the handle, and the door just kind of crunches and then pushes open just a little bit.
I had to put my crossbow down to do that, and I guess I put my arrow out. So that plan has been scrapped.
I pat Anne on the head.
All right.
Well, let's push open the door.
We in this bitch. Come on.
All right. You push open the door to reveal a small chamber.
We broke into the bathroom. Steal the toothpaste.
Hang on.
It strikes you as a little unusual because in this small chamber it is, so far the only room since you descended through the secret passageway that doesn't have etchings on the walls. All the walls are entirely smooth. In the middle of the room there is a small raised dais, basically, that takes a couple of steps up and then extends in a short catwalk up to a wall where a very humble-looking door frame seems to be stuck against a stone wall.
Guys, I feel like this door is the next door that we need to smash open. So, I walk over to it and I try to see if it's locked first.
No, there's no door.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
It's a door frame.
Oh, it's a door
wall.
frame.
This is the teleporter room. This is where the portal opens.
Okay, here's what I do. Let's see. What is my equipment? I go back into the room and grab a book and I throw it at the door, the door frame, to see if it will pass through it.
You throw the book.
Okay.
It hits the wall,
Okay.
drops to the bottom, or drops to the floor, open.
Okay.
Yeah, the portal is not currently open. Let's go down the other hallway.
I thought maybe it was an invisible thing.
Do you want to investigate just in case we see anything to steal before we move on?
Yeah, I'll do my investigation check.
My thing is I really can't do anything in terms of using utensils because all I have are really teeth.
It's okay. If we get jumped, you're gonna be ready for this. You're gonna be down.
That's true.
In wolf form, you do more damage than all of us, but you're leaving all the smart decision making to Rinaldo, and that's probably
which is the dumbest thing I could do.
Right. Anyway, I rolled a 12 to investigate. I don't know if that's good.
You find some dust in a corner.
All right, down the hallway. Go.
All right. Forget all this. We clearly didn't make the good checks, so I'm going down the hallway to the right, the dark hallway that splits off.
Okay, all right. So you move down the curving hallway, and not long after you leave, you lose sight of the other door. It's the door that you come out of, but you come to this kind of a crossroads. It's not really an intersection. Excuse me. All right, so you come to an intersection where along the right hand side there is a gutter in the floor that stretches across the path, the corridor that you're walking through, and it's stained pretty thoroughly. And the gutter kind of leads off to the right, and in this small indentation in the wall, it just drops off into a dark hole. The hole's on the wall. It's a square hole, but you can see that beyond it, there is nothing.
What color is the stain?
The stain, brown, we'll say.
Yeah, okay, that's blood.
That could be dried blood.
It's definitely is. So it's a hole in the floor?
The hole is in the wall, but beyond the hole, like you can look at the hole in the wall and then see that there's no floor beneath it and kind of like nothing beyond it.
Okay. So we shouldn't go in the hole.
Anne casts light, the cantrip light, on one of her knives and throws it into the darkness to see if that helps anything.
Well, you've got 12 of them.
It drops, and the light dims and goes out within seconds.
Does she hear a clatter, a splash, anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing. We're not going in the hole.
You wouldn't be able to fit in the hole. The hole's probably about maybe like a little less than 1 foot from corner to corner.
It's the Silent Hill hole.
I turn to my party and I say, just so we're clear, they're draining blood, right? I mean, this isn't just me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I turn back and so what's right in front of me? Is there any other way to go, is what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, because this is an intersection, directly opposite the hole, you actually see a really ornate spherical room. The etchings on the walls are very pronounced here. They are incredibly deep and very sharp, very precisely scratched. Also, in the center of the room, there's a unpleasantly colored altar.
Unpleasantly? You mean like it's really gauche, like purples and greens?
No, it's stained.
Oh, okay.
Fuck me. Fuck me running. This place sucks.
And despite the fact that this altar is stained, the room itself, regardless of it, is actually the cleanest.
Okay.
And as you walk into it, you become aware that it has a very particular echo.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Well, we don't see anybody, right?
And Rinaldo,
okay.
looking at the altar in the center, you get a really, really deep, guttural feeling of fear. That this room looks familiar to you. And just for a brief second, you think you hear the sound of a knife being sharpened.
Oh, shit. It's the nightmare room.
Since this place is clearly some kind of unholy sacrificial chamber from the fucking devil, Anne's gonna start saying some prayers here. It has no functional effect, but she wants to get some Avandra up in this piece.
Okay.
You guys, before, as Anne starts to speak her prayers...
Oh, wonderful. Oops.
No. As Anne's starting to speak her prayers, you guys can hear her, but the weird echo in the room makes it sound like she is talking to you from the far end of a long tunnel. Like, you guys are standing right next to each other, but it sounds like you're standing very far away.
Guys, I feel like we're in the Event Horizon room.
Who votes that we walk out the way we came, we just take off in a random direction and start a new life as farmers?
Does Anne actually say that, or are you saying that?
I'm saying that. No, Anne's praying.
Okay. No. Then the game won't be fun. So that's my motivation.
Dice Funk, the agricultural adventure.
Rinaldo is obviously scared, but he's creeping very, very closely to the altar. Are there any books on the altar, or is it just a stain of crap?
There's nothing on the altar except some restraints that, again, look, weirdly familiar to you. You've seen them somewhere before.
Okay.
Anne's gonna use Sacred Flame to burn the restraints off, like, to cut them all off. Just so they can't, just in case.
That's a good idea. Thank you, Anne.
Yeah.
All right.
Super good idea.
The restraints alight and start to burn.
Cool.
Okay.
Beyond the altar, though, there is, seemingly an attendant table off in the side of the room somewhere that seems to have some things on it.
I check it out.
Okay. You walk over to the table, and on it, you see, surprise, surprise, more restraints. what looks like a gag, an eye mask, an unusual knife.
Oh, okay. I take that knife too. I'm just starting a collection now. And collects knives now. That's a thing.
Okay.
It replaces the one you threw away.
You pick up this knife, and this knife is obviously a lot different than the ones that you picked up in the other room. It's somewhat light to hold, balanced extremely well, and focuses light, or seems to like reflect light that you're not sure where it's coming from.
Okay, so this is a magic item or a special item of some sort? So I shouldn't put it with my other knives. It's
Rinaldo looks at Anne and say, "That's a good killing knife."
what should I write that down in my equipment? Does it have a name?
At this point in time, why don't you just call it Strange Dagger?
All right, and that's going to be a normal dagger stats as far as I know?
As far as you know.
In the attendant table, is there anything like, are there any like desk drawers is what I'm trying to say, or is this just like a flat table?
No, it's a flat table.
Just a flat table.
You kind of get the impression that this is a room for doing, not a room for planning doing or talking about doing.
Okay.
You're fairly certain that the things that happen in this room are things that get done.
Okay.
Right before Anne cleanses this place with sacred fire, like the fucking John Carpenter's The Thing, I'm going to need Rinaldo to investigate with the +2 I gave him for guidance so we don't miss any clues before I burninate them.
Okay. +2. Yeah, 17. That's pretty solid, I guess.
It's a pretty bare bones room, guys. You notice the pronouncement of the etchings in the wall as well. But by and large, you've pretty much come across everything that you think this room has to hold for you.
All right, fire time. Sacred flame on everything.
Let's leave the room first. before you just burn the entire room. It's gonna like kill us. So
she's starting to sacred flame things. You guys can do what you want.
I'm walking out of the room and I'm saying, "Fuck this room" as I go.
Are we going back the way we came, or is there another door?
The hallway continues on.
Okay, yeah, start going that way. She'll catch up in a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Rinaldo.
Thanks for the burning.
And you're finding like actual very little to burn in the room.
Yeah, just the restraints. You said there was like a mask or something. And
yeah. There's like little bits of cloth, some leather restraints and things like that. But by and large, everything that you're seeing, like even the table is made of metal. The altar is made of stone. There's not a lot of consumables in the area, but what you find, you light on fire, and as you walk away, it kind of like sizzles with this, again, weird echo that just doesn't sound right to you when you're walking away.
Yeah, that wasn't so much attempted arson as like a religious thing, because it's sacred flame, and this place is be evil.
I asked Anne to catch up, and then we start walking down the hallway.
All right. So you go on walking then for another 20 or 30 or so steps, lose sight of the blood gutter, and at a really odd
He's confirmed it.
Hmm?
Nothing. We were speculating that it was a blood gutter, but you didn't confirm it until just now.
I feel like the subtext was pretty clear.
I know. I'm just
come on,
guys,
saying. Come on.
All right. It could have been. It might have been chocolate.
I'm not gonna treat you like idiots. All right.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
All right.
Despite the fact that Anne actually is an idiot, but whatever.
Yeah, did Anne really know that that's a blood gutter? Never mind. Just never mind. Go ahead.
When you come across another hallway, now it seems strange to you though because all of the things that you've seen so far connecting to this curved corridor have left the corridor at kind of like a perpendicular angle. Like, it sort of feels as though, like, if you were to draw a straight line from, say, where the blood gutter was, that it would cut directly into this, curvature, right? Same with the door to the laboratory. If you drew a line from the door, it would cut directly into the curvature. But this hallway comes at kind of an angle. It comes at a sharp angle on the right-hand side. And you kind of get the feeling that if you drew a line from this hallway, that it wouldn't dig into the center of the curvature. It points off to the side of it a little bit.
Well,
no door, just a hallway.
So, do I see anything else down the hallway? Like,
Looking
You
down
said
the
it's
hallway,
everywhere.
at the far end of it, you see stairs leading up. And then there's another hallway a few paces down that cuts off to the left.
part of me just wants to get out of this basement. So those stairs look really inviting, but I feel like there's still stuff down here. So I turn to my party and say, let's investigate this one more hallway, and then let's try to just get out of here. So I go down the hall. The hallway I haven't gone down yet.
The curvature hallway continues onward still, though.
Yeah.
This is just an offshoot hallway, just so you know that. All right.
Okay. I'm trying to picture this in my head, but my head isn't good. So, all right. I continue on, but I keep a note of where those stairs are, so that if we need to run away, that's where we're running.
All right. So are you going down the hallway, or are you continuing along the curvature?
Okay, hold on. So down the hallway, there's stairs, but there's another path, right?
Yeah, there's a few steps down after the corridor meets up with the curved corridor that you guys are currently in. There's another hallway down that way, or the curved corridor continues in the direction that you've been going all this time.
I want to go to the first thing you said, the hallway and the other.
Okay,
Yeah.
The hallway off the offshoot.
Yeah.
All right. So you come around the sharp corner, take a couple of steps, turn around the corner, and it's a very, very short hallway there, but there is a door.
I check to see if it's locked.
It's not locked.
Okay, I listen because now I'm afraid like stuff's about to happen. Because we've been down here a while and we haven't run into goblins yet. So
I swear to God,
if
if there's something behind this door, I'm gonna be so angry at you.
I roll 1d20 and I get +4, so this is a perception check, I guess. 14.
Anybody else?
I'm gonna roll.
Oh.
Yeah, that's for smell, I guess. I'll do a smell check.
All right. Jess, you smell people inside that room. You're not
Okay.
sure exactly how many, but there are at least 2 distinct smells. Leon and Austin, you hear nothing.
Okay. Oh crap, Rinaldo doesn't know this. I have to roleplay this like he doesn't know. So he says, well, let's go in. That's that.
My eyes get so wide.
Like, paw at us or something, you fool.
I'm gonna, punch him with my paw.
Okay. I say, you trying to tell us something, girl?
Timmy's trapped in
I
the well?
punch him harder.
Rinaldo thinks for a while. It's like, and I turn to Anne and I say, Anne, is she telling us to go in the room, or is she telling us to not go in that room?
Lol, I don't know. And kicks the door in.
I just kind of hold my head and I just kind of hold my paw, up, and then as soon as she does that, I just kind of go,
Like an 80s movie where the dog, puts its paw over its face.
yeah!
Alright, look, we might get a surprise round if they weren't expecting it.
That's true, you're right.
Okay, and you kick the door down.
Damn right I do.
Inside, you see a modestly equipped guard post
Guard this, motherfucker!
with 2 young men dressed in school uniforms standing at the guard, unarmed, who turn quickly and immediately go on guard. The one in front says, "Identify yourself or be detained."
I'm going to intimidate the shit out of this kid.
Do any of these look like you look based on the knowledge we have of what he looks like?
No.
Okay, no, okay. They're okay to kill. No, not really.
Those children are okay to murder. Jess rolled a 17 to intimidate the children with her wolfishness.
No, that's my previous roll. Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure out, so charisma I don't really get anything for.
It's
Okay,
just
here we go.
intimidation.
Right, okay. Nope. I rolled a 2. Nope.
Oops. Anne's gonna, I guess I'll do, persuasion? That sounds right. Anne's gonna yell, recess is over!
Can that be the title?
19. I rolled a 19. Get on the ground. We'll tell your parents.
That's a solid persuasion roll. Oh,
Man.
Maybe I'm not being clear when I say that these guys are students. They're like young men. They're like obviously in their 20s.
School's out for summer.
They Austin, they kind of look at you with sort of furrowed eyebrows.
That's for a 19. I got some fucking brow action.
Damn, did you have to crit that? What the hell? All right.
I wonder how freaked out they would be if I just like changed back.
Wait, we might need you. We might need you.
You can't just say that you're using a persuade. You have to like what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to project authority that they should like cops kicking in a door, like everybody on the ground, but
okay,
like
I see.
in an
So
Anish
you're
way.
You're trying to subdue them. Then
Yeah, but with persuasion, not so much I'll kill you as listen to me, I am important.
okay, all right then. After yelling, recess is out. Was that it?
I think it was recess is over and school is out. Those are two separate
recess
proclamations.
Is over and school is out. They tense up into a fighting position, but you notice they are unarmed.
Austin, I just want to tell you that as soon as you said recess is over, I was going to say, okay, so I'm going to say school's out. In my head, I swear, and then you said it, so now I can't. So,
Okay, if they're not responding, Anne's gonna say, no, seriously, I will light you on fire if you try to fight us. And then she says in Abyssal, if you can understand me, you know I'm not fucking around.
All right.
okay, let me try to intimidate these people. I mean, I'm pretty damn intimidating.
You have like a +5 to intimidation.
Yeah, don't I?
Yes.
Yeah, +5 to intimidation. Do I have butt touch right now?
No, you've used it since the last one.
All right, fine. And I intimidate. I'll just tell you like beforehand what I try to do. I swing my morning stars around, like in a windmill fashion, and I say, "Get down!"
Bruce Lee it.
Oh shit! All right, that's a 22.
Nice.
That is a 22. So it's like almost supernaturally intimidating.
That's pretty good. What are the effects of intimidation?
They're scared.
It's entirely role play based.
I told them to get down on the floor. So that's what I'm hoping that they do. That was my goal.
They back away a little bit, Leon, but they do not get down on the ground.
Damn, these guys are brave. All right, well at least they're scared. I
got this. Hold
Okay.
on.
All right.
Like, you're standing next to a giant wolf. I'm wondering why you haven't used me yet.
Well, we can't just rip their throats out. I mean, we can, but
I mean, we really could if we really wanted to.
can I? I'm sorry. Can I just grab one of them? I mean, they're unarmed. Can I just grab one of them and like put them in a front face lock and ask them where Ulick is?
I mean, that would be a strength contest to try to grapple them. I feel like you should ask, where's Ulick? And then if they don't answer, then we go to grapple asking.
That's fair. Where's Ulick?
They exchange a look between each other, and then move to attack you.
Okay.
All right, that's enough. I'm so gonna kill these children.
Wait. Before we murder more children, Johnny, during the Stone Root massacre, or after it, you told us that we could use non-lethal attacks. Can I beat the shit out of them, but leave them, alive, or do?
You didn't know that? I'm pretty sure I said something about that before. Yes, just say non-lethal damage. Any damage.
No, I know. It came up after we murdered people. So I know. So what I'm trying to say is, does that mean I roll less, or does that mean
you just say this is non-lethal damage?
I'm trying to non-lethally damage them? Do we roll for initiative, or
we're gonna be rolling for initiative, but I think that maybe it might be better to leave this till next time.
Oh.
Okay, well we can do a couple of minutes to like roll for initiative. That's fine, and then we can give out experience and do next time on Dice Funk and things like that. So
all right.
I got 3 for initiative.
I love that the cliffhanger is that we're about to kill children. Like
they're not guys. They're not children. They're in their 20s.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry,
Dude.
You said
me,
young.
like, I'm a druid. I think everybody's a child. To be real here.
All right. So it looks like we have an initiative order here of Austin, And then one of the first students, we'll call him Milo. And then after Milo comes Leon.
I was hoping it'd be Otis.
And then, then we have the second student, who we will call Otis.
Oh,
Okay.
sweet.
All right.
Milo and Otis.
Okay.
And then we have Jess.
All right.
You guys are just about to go to town on two poor little unarmed post-secondary medieval students, not even dressed in armor,
I bet they're orphans, too.
not
I
armed
bet they're
with
fucking
any-
wizards.
not armed with any weapons.
I bet they're fucking wizards.
I tried to end this conflict without violence, but they wouldn't listen to my awesome, like, swinging stuff. They were like, oh yeah, this huge wolf and this guy with 2 morning stars and this insane halfling. Yeah, we can take them. So that, I feel like this is on them.
They're either brainwashed beyond all hope, or they have some kind of secret weapon, like they're filled with bees.
Guys, they're fucking wizards. Let's be real here.
Okay. Well, alright, well, we'll find out.
Spoiler.
Well, dude, they've got to be a spellcasting class if they're unarmed. I mean, what kind of guards would not have fucking weapons on them? Wizards!
Guards filled with bees?
Do we, at the, in this room, I mean, last thing I'll ask, do we see any other weapons? Like, you said this is a guard station, but...
Inside, basically, you're looking at, there's missives, there are patrol schedules, there's a key, there's like, sort of like an access cabinet that you can see has, like, keys hung up in it. There's, a desk, but no weapons to be seen.
Shit.
And no armor either.
Do we hear any buzzing sounds? For instance, as if one of them were filled with bees.
No, you don't hear any buzzing sounds.
Next time on Dice Fun.
The judge's gavel comes down hard and says, I have no other choice but to find the 3 of you defendants guilty of 16 counts of infanticide. I'm afraid it's going to be the gibbet for you.
I knew Lincoln Park was behind this!
The heart of this 20-year-old child tastes a little stringy.
I hate all of you. What am I doing here?
I feel like that one was just actually what you were thinking.
that was a little on the nose.
We got real for a second. As usual, our theme song is A Fistful of Nickels, the overclocked remix arrangement of Shadow's theme from Final Fantasy VI. Executive producers for Dice Funk for this month are Joseph Tombrello, Jason, Wayne Witzke, Brent, Taylor Hoyt, T4RK4, Jorit, Viger Arnston, The Cult of Gorfanax, Chris Hargadon, Jacques Lindsay, Michael Goodell, Kevin Seidlow, August Rue, Cody Jackson, Christopher Charlo, Giorgio Renna, and Marcus Williams. You can support this show, as well as our other various creative endeavors, by visiting our Patreon pages at patreon.com/AustinYorsky, patreon.com/RenegadeCut, or patreon.com/FoolsGold. You can also follow us on Twitter, rate us on iTunes, download us on Podbean, haunt our channel awesome comments, or basically just stalk us anywhere on the internet. Welcome to the cyberpunk future William Gibson warned us about.